Good morning, guys. I'm trying this whole outside vlogging thing. I get really bad anxiety when I have to pull out my camera and film outside, but I'm trying it. Bear with me. Bear with any awkward moments. I'm working from home today, and I'm currently taking a walk to share some of my thoughts that I was thinking about this morning regarding discerning your season. Earlier this morning, I found myself on Instagram scrolling, and I saw all of these people who I don't even necessarily follow them, but I guess, Instagram just knows your life, so they know what to show you, the type of content you'll be interested in. All of the people that kept popping up on like the little, I think, explore page were people that basically have lives that lives that I relate to, that I feel like they have bits and pieces of like what my life should look like, in quotations, because who's to say what your life should look like? Your life looks like what is actually in front of you. Yeah, basically like people that inspire me, people that motivate me, people that are just doing a lot of cool things that I could see myself doing, or things that I've done, or things that I'm planning to do. So, and usually in the past, this is how I know that I've grown. In the past, when I would see these different people, I would feel irritated, I would feel jealous, I would feel envious, but today I didn't feel that way. Just got back, and guess what I got? A package, my Christmas gift that I ordered for myself, but I'll show you guys this later. I just got back from my walk. Don't remember where I left off, but let me rewind and go and check it out. Your season. So I was trying to do this whole outside vlogging thing, but I'm hella awkward. It was a lot of noise outside. That's one of my like personal goals for myself for 2018, is to like get more comfortable on camera in front of other people. In my room, I'm Gucci, but when I'm outside, especially like vlogging style, it's really hard for me. Like I said before, I've done some stuff in the past where I've had to talk on camera in front of other people, but it was different because it was like a professional setting and everyone understood that I was like, be talent in a sense, and it was like, that was what was expected of me, so it was easier those times. But when I'm just like out and about and I like whip out my camera and when I talk to you guys, it's hard, even though sometimes I have so many ideas for things that I could contour my nose a little bit too much. I tried something new with my makeup, but thumbs up if you think it looks good. Yeah, it's a little harsh now that I'm looking at it on camera. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This is about discerning your season. I found myself this morning, instead of getting into that, falling into that trap of why can't I do these things? When is it going to be my time? When is it going to be my chance to do X, Y, and Z? Instead of having like a pity party, instead of doing that, I actually felt inspired. I felt motivated. I felt like, okay, if these people are doing these things that I can see myself doing, that I want to do, you know what? It's possible for me to do it too. They're paving the way for me to step up when it's my season. A lot of us creatives or just really motivated people tend to forget is that everything happens in due season. Everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and you may have amazing ideas, you may be super talented, you may have all of the capability to do the things that you see yourself doing, but if it's not in the right timing, if God does not have this in your plan for this season in your life, you have to embrace that. And there's so much peace and joy that comes from embracing the season that you're in, discerning the season that you're in, embracing it, and then figuring out how to navigate that. So I want to share with you guys a few things, like a few notes that I wrote down earlier. When this happened earlier, it reminded me, of course, of David from the Bible. And if we think about this, right, David, when he was anointed king, he was out in the field. He was out in the field as a shepherd's boy, but he had to go back into the field and continue working with the sheep. He didn't automatically get a crown. He didn't automatically get to come inside and chill with King Saul and hang out and learn from him. No, that's not what happened. He had to go right back out into the field, even though he knew that he was anointed king. He knew that he was going to be the next king. David's time didn't come until almost 20 years later. So he was out there just working. He was out there tending to the sheep. And then eventually he got brought inside to help Saul, but it was to play music for him. It was in order to help Saul get out of this depressed mood that he was in. And what I find so amazing about that is that oftentimes we neglect the season that we're in, where we should be learning and growing and learning from other people who are doing things that we want to do. Instead, we like to throw ourselves this pity party and say, well, why isn't this happening for me yet? When is it going to be my turn? Instead of doing the work. So something that this is like a revelation that I had earlier today, and I just was thinking to myself, like, what are the practical ways to discern the season that you're in? And the first thing you need to do is to ask God for clarity. Ask God to help you figure out what you're supposed to be doing in this season. And how do you do that? By simply praying and listening. You ask God to get clarity on what it is you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you have this idea to start this new project, right? You go to start this project and maybe it's terrible. It's not a success. No one cares about it. It's not doing as well as you thought it was going to do. That may be a time to reevaluate, go back to God, pray about it and say, God, was this something that you instructed me to do? I think oftentimes we know when God is in something. We know when God is instructing us to do something because it feels different versus when we're trying to make something happen. So I encourage you to ask, first and foremost, ask God, is this something you want me to do before you pursue something? If you've already done it and you feel like it's not working, go back and ask God, was this your plan? Was this your will? Was this your idea for me? If not, scratch it and wait. That's the tough part, waiting. The second thing you have to do is to wait. You have to sit back and be patient and say, okay, God, this is not what you want me to do right now. This is not what you see for me right now. Okay, I'm going to wait and I'm going to be patient in your presence from a place of joy. I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm not going to get upset. And you may have your moments when you do, but you have to realize that this is a process and you have to go back to God and ask him to give you that spirit of patience. Okay. And then the third thing you need to do is apply. If you ask, you wait, and then you hear something. In that waiting season, you should hear something. You should hear a yes, you should hear a no, you should hear go, you should hear stop, you should hear something. And based upon what you hear, you have to now apply that to your life. You have to start applying what you have now heard from God to your situation, to your season. So maybe, like I said, maybe you have been instructed to put something down or to pick something up or to start doing something. And maybe in your mind it doesn't make sense. Maybe you're like, God, this doesn't make sense. Why would you want me to go doing X, Y, and Z? Or why would you tell me to stop doing X, Y, and Z? But you have to be willing to obey what it is that he's telling you to do and apply it to your season. Because, guys, the other side of your obedience is that breakthrough and that blessing that you've been feeling like was designed for you and it hasn't happened yet. And maybe you've been asking yourself, why isn't this happening? When is it going to be my turn? Everyone else is doing X, Y, and Z. Maybe you find yourself in that position today. And I just want to encourage you and say, blessing that's for you, what's on the way for you will come when it's time. But in the meantime, you and I should be getting ready. We have to get ready for what we are praying for. Like, I'm currently listening to Devon Franklin's book, The Hollywood Commandments. I'll link it down below if anyone wants to check it out. But one of the things that he talks about is preparing for what you pray for. You can't keep saying you want all these things to happen to you. You want all these amazing things to happen, but you know what it takes in order to get there. You know it's going to take some discipline. You know it's going to take changing your ways. You know it's going to take that. You just want the result. Well, God's not going to give you the result if you're not ready for it. He's not going to give you that blessing if you're not ready for it. If he knows that you're going to abuse it or you're going to use it for selfish reasons, he's not going to give it to you yet. So I encourage you that while you're in this season, discern your season first and foremost. While you're in this season, honor your pace, honor where you are, honor the process and the journey that God has put you on, and know that your time is coming. Your time is coming, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I also share some, like I said, the book that I'm reading down below. I also share a video of Pastor Teray Roberts from One Church LA. I just watched a sermon this morning, and it is literally exactly what I was feeling yesterday and this morning. So yeah, I'll share that because it kind of ties this in very well. So yeah, I hope that this was encouraging to you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know what season do you feel like you're currently in. I definitely feel like I'm in a preparation season, and yeah, it's not always fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's not, but I know, I'm trusting that on the other side of this is something amazing. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.